Good Tuesday morning, foggers. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you got through that Monday. Couple things. I was a little, like I tell you, I look at the trends of who follows and who likes and all these things. And yesterday's story that I posted about, writing a chapter in your book, and are you the supporting cast or the primary subject? For some reason, I got a lot of feedback about that, and some people saying you gave me a lot to think about. That hits home, all these kind of things, and I thought that was very interesting. So that tells me you guys are searching, like I've been talking about and asking you guys to do. Just kind of soul searching yourself and seeing how you're handling things in your family and all kinds of stuff. So anyway, today on the schedule today, I'm gonna be doing a cardiac calcium score. It's a CAT scan, a CT scan of my heart. I did it last year. I'm currently on the heart bill, so and I have hypertension and all these things that a lot of first responders have. So I'll be getting that earlier today, or I should say later on today, at one of the Baptist imaging centers. So, and I just want to keep, an eye on my heart and my arteries and stuff like that, which leads me to, when I was working, we had our county physicals every 2 years, and usually 2 weeks before they do your physical, you would get the packet, and it's very strict about, canceling and stuff, because all of a sudden you're like a crackhead if you do, and you're hiding something, and God forbid, it goes to internal affairs and personnel management bureau, and it's just like you're hiding stuff. But it leads me to a couple of things. Number one, you need to be, and again, this comes from, I'm not telling you what to do. This comes from a good place, from my heart, caring about you guys. That's what we do here at 3 a.m. So it leads me to, men and women, you should be checking yourself out constantly, right? When I was working, we had physicals every 2 years, like I said, and then later on it moved to every 5 years. And the way that happens is when our union goes and negotiates with the county, and this is why I tell you we need to be more united, right? The county, when the PBA and our unions go to the county and they negotiate, right? It's a give and take. It's if you haven't seen it, it's pretty cool. All the attorneys and the head of our union, Stedman Stahl, who does a great job, they get together and they lock themselves in a room and they go back and forth, and they have to give up things, and the county will give us something, and we have to give up other things, and so forth. And that leads me to, every 2 years we used to get our physicals. Now, because it's a cost-cutting thing, and don't think it's anything else, that's all it is. It's very expensive. Now it's every 5 years. Right before I retired from the department, we were already doing it every 5 years. So if you wait and go get a physical every 5 years, you could have serious ailments. God forbid, if you had cancer or something like that. 5 years, man, that's way too long to wait. You need to be taking the initiative and going to your own doctor. I would tell you yearly, right? I would tell you get blood work if you can every 6 months. But at the very least, yearly, go get a checkup, go get your own physical. And that goes to self-love, caring about yourself, caring about your family, right? Don't wait 5 years. That is like asinine to wait 5 years in a profession that kills you from the inside out, ulcers and heart problems and hypertension and diabetes and all these things that, yes, are affected by what you put in your mouth. And that's a whole other struggle that I've been into, and a lot of us do. But it's also, just the up and down of hormones and adrenaline, and just the stress levels, right? The job is very detrimental to our physical being, as well as our mind. So that's my message today, that you need to be taking the initiative and going to your physicals with your own doctor. If you wait 5 years, I could literally be a crackhead and then recover from that, and then shoot heroin between my toes and recover from that. I remember when I was going through my addictions, I get my packet, I would clean up, I made sure I wouldn't drink, and I would get through that. But I do remember one time I was present, and I know of many, many stories, and I know you guys do too, of people actually showing up to their physical drunk. and we have to blow into this little intoxilizer thing. And I remember before my addictions, you brush your teeth and don't use scope. It might register as alcohol and all these things. But when you're functional, you have ways around that, right? Like I talked about my girlfriend, right? The bottle and my addictions were like the side chick. So you need to be out there taking care of yourself, doing your physicals. Don't wait 5 years. That is absolutely asinine. That leads me to another thing about being united, right? Our unions, both police and fire, sometimes we piggyback off each other, and I'm no expert on unions, but I've been around, right? So I know Stedman Stahl personally, and he's a great guy. He's a great guy, and he's got to play ball. The bottom line is he's got to play ball, right? And he's got to give and take and make friends with some people that I know he just wants to tell them to go pound sand, like that buffoon that used to be our mayor that charges $50 for gas and took our insurance money. I'll never forget that guy. So, but anyway, if we're more united, police, and especially if we can unite police and fire together, our unions are that much more powerful. We don't have to negotiate then. We can demand, right? As it is now, we have to give and take, and that makes, negotiations a little bit more difficult. And we have to give up some things that we don't want to give up, and we have to, give into that. Like those 5-year physicals, that is just, it's not good for us. A lot of our people are being sick. I heard a lot of people going to the physicals and being placed on light duty, and that's horrible. We shouldn't be waiting. You should be taking the initiative yourself and doing it yearly. And at the very minimum, we should be going back to 2 years countywide. And I know it's expensive, and I know that it takes 4,000 employees or whatever we are now. It takes a long time for that to cycle around. Well, guess what? Tough. You run the medical department for the county, and that's what it is, then get it done, right? When we're asked to do a task, Super Bowls and all these things and presidential visits, we don't tell you, oh my God, it's a huge undertaking. We take care of it. That's what you want done, we take care of it. And we need to start demanding getting more physicals and stuff like that. Our stress levels are through the roof. We carried tasers when they wanted us to be CIT, and everybody with mental illness. And we, the public wanted more accountability, so we went to cameras. So again, if they care, they'll do it. But again, I push for unity for our unions. If we're strong and we back, we pay our dues and all that, and sometimes we take it for granted that money is what does everything. No, we need to unite and back our unions. Back our unions so we have a little bit more clout when we go in there, and it's easier for Stedman and his crew to demand a little bit more, because we have more, we're lucky we have a great governor who supports law enforcement, right? And we have a great relationship with him, but we need to unite, okay? We need to be better for us. We need more things that take care of us. It's not all money and benefits and stuff. We need to have our physicals and stuff like that we can take care of ourselves, for our family and for ourselves. This extension of the drop, great. We make a lot of money, but a lot of us will work ourselves right into the grave. Okay, so think about that. I meet up with people and I'm like, holy shit, if I retired and you were around when I was here, now I'm working the other 8. And again, I'm all for you making money and providing for your family and having a better retirement. That's not what I'm saying. Don't misunderstand that. What I'm saying is has to be a healthy balance of working and providing and making money, and then your health. And you have to take that into account. So think about that. I hope it gave you something to think about today. But remember, we need to unify, back our unions 100%, not just with your dues, but with your mouth and with your voice, okay? Go get your physicals, check yourself out, do your blood work, take care of yourself, right? Hydrate, eat well, push some weight, walk, okay? And with that, I'll say goodbye for this Tuesday. God willing, I'll be around, and I'll see you tomorrow, and I'll let you know how that comes out. And God bless all of you. I love you. Be safe. Take care of yourself. Back your unions, okay? 3 a.m. fog. Have a good day. 3 a.m. fog.